And I think about some of the people that I have met, and quite a lot of them are very strong leaders. So even though they have got lots going on outside, the way they turn up at work, they're probably some of the best leaders I have seen. And I know that when you and me have been speaking, you referenced how it brought out a whole bunch of different skills and capacities inside you because of your circumstances and what you were doing. Can you walk us through that? What changed for you? How did your leadership style change when you're in the workplace?
It's interesting because I think from an early age, I guess what I was describing earlier was that I developed a strong sense of empathy. And that, first of all, probably helped me a lot in my sales career. Understanding when you're working in a consultancy, understanding the client's problem from their point of view tends to go down pretty well when you're
Hmm. Hmm.
consulting. And then, but then going into leadership, then I think I had also learned the skill of advocacy. So when you move from being an IC, an individual contributor, into a leadership position, what comes with that is the ability to advocate for everyone who is reporting into you. And I have been doing that
Right.
all of my life for my brothers. So I learned to sit down, look at things objectively, but also from a point of view of like, what is this person's experience right now? And now that I am in a position of power or privilege to be able to try and act on their behalf, then I will do that. I think there's resourcefulness as well. So making the most of limited resources, budgets, even time, actually,
Right.
like
Yeah.
all of those things are
Yeah.
skills which are very helpful for leaders to be able to do. Um, and then
Prioritization, I
adaptability.
would imagine, comes out very big there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Prioritization.
prioritization.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then adaptability as well. So we as a family have navigated so much uncertainty, so many unknown waters we have charted, and just building that kind of confidence and resilience and learning to ask the right questions to be able to get answers, focusing in on, the key points, what's really going to make a difference, those kind of things. And I think most importantly, a sense of perspective as well. It's quite easy at work to get quite carried away with, like things feeling like the end of the world if we haven't made target this quarter or a client cancels a
Hmm.
contract. But when you've got some really big stuff
Hmm.
going on at home, which is about
Yeah.
the people you care the most, then it kind of does put things into perspective, really. Like, I'm not saying it's just a job necessarily, because it's people's careers are important to them, and my identity was very closely coupled with feeling like I was a successful woman in technology. But nonetheless,
Hmm.
you would still go home and have a totally different experience. Or when I went to go and see my brothers at the weekend, none of that mattered. It all paled into insignificance.
Yeah. Yeah. And people get upset about answering Slack messages at the weekend, and they think that makes them a better worker somehow. But it y- the most successful people learn how to disconnect and how to have two separate lives, don't they? Do you think that what's really been thrust upon you? Do you think that's made you a better leader?
I do. I really do. Because, as I say, when you lead with compassion, actually, because that is just in your DNA, then people trust you. Um, when they see that you do advocate for them in rooms that they aren't in, when
Hmm.
you um, take the time to, I don't know, reach out to them individually because you notice that they're not okay. You have read unspoken. You've taken on feedback which hasn't been spoken, but you can see when someone's not okay. All of those things that kind of nurture a team. Definitely, I know that that level of care that I brought to a leadership role was appreciated. And I loved doing it as well. There aren't
Mhm.
there's still a huge imbalance in the tech industry between women and men. And to be able to get to where I got to, being a managing director of a team of 30 people across Europe, Middle East, Africa, there was huge opportunity for me to have an impact in a positive way and create great opportunities for my team to do some awesome work. And I loved being in a position to be able to do that.
And it sounds like what you were, um, having to manage outside of work has really, amplified that in you.